We're finally on the road after a hectic couple of weeks to get sorted. We're on the road for a whole month, so that's pretty cool. Yesterday we didn't leave till about 4 p.m. from home. So we drove about an hour and a half-ish to a place called Daly's Clearing, which is actually where Ivan Milat took his 7 backpacker victims. A lovely little place though, really nice grassy area, well maintained by forestry. Free as well, so would highly recommend. And today we've driven about 4.5 hours in total to a place called Doolan's Bend, which is just stunning. It's right on the Murray River. We're just camped, I reckon, in the best spot in this campsite. Beautiful grassy patch right on the river, stunning. We're still in the process of getting set up, but I'll just show you around our little campsite because it is stunning. I'll turn you around. Eric's setting up the fishing line. We've already snapped one in about the first 10 minutes, but that's alright.
We need to make up for a bit of lost time. So we only stayed at this camp for one night before we packed up, headed off early in the morning on our adventure tackling the Murray as we headed west to meet up with Aaron and Georgie.
We're about to jump onto the sandbar loop track and meet Aaron and Georgie. See how we go.
After we'd settled in here and caught up with the family, the wind started to pick up and the forecasted heat wave came through. We actually spent the afternoon in the river trying to get some relief from the 48 degrees heat.
We're currently camped along the sandbar loop track, which is still along the Murray River. Stunning little spot as well, a little bit different to where we camped the night before last, but yeah, really, really lovely. Yesterday we drove about 400 k's to meet Aaron and Georgie, which was really nice. They've gone now. But it was good to catch up and see them after a while. Today we're only going to drive about 150 k's, see where that takes us. Eric wants to do a bit of shopping at Bunnings, get some more supplies and all that good stuff. But yeah, see where we go.
Another awesome quick stop on the Murray just outside of Mildura. We took the time to check our wheel bearings and do a bit of catching up on washing. Turns out I did a bit of pest control as well. We're off in the morning to continue heading west to meet up with family.
Just at the Hogwash Bend on the Murray River. Nice little free camp. Just pulled up and right up the end of it. A few nice little kookaburras getting around. Water comes right up to the camp, right there. Had our little date night, just had some corn fritters, leftovers from last night. Molly the hunter to catch us some more fish.
We're back on the road. We left Hogwash Bend about 40 minutes ago. We've just crossed the Murray River on a ferry, which was pretty cool. Bit random, but there you go.
So we thought at this point we'd just shoot through straight from Hogwash Bend all the way to Port Augusta and surprise Mum for her birthday at Lowly Point.
Got into Port Augusta, started filling up the camp trailer with water. Prior to showing up though, Eric did say, if we're gonna get caught, we'll meet Mum at the water point. And anyway, we started filling up the water bladder and Eric's like, oh, Mum's just pulled up. Yeah, big Y62 pulled up behind us. So we're kind of looking at her. She hadn't actually seen us yet. She acknowledged that there was a camper in front of her. But they actually haven't seen ours yet. Face fully lit up. And yeah, but we were caught.
We only throw 50 cents in there. That's what we had to do to get you to put your head under it. No, try anything again.
What we didn't actually know at this point was that this was when Mum and Dad lost their water cap for one of their tanks. After we got to Port Lincoln, we turned around, backtracked, and spent a good chunk of the day unsuccessfully looking for it.
After we'd spent most of the day looking for the water tank cap and sightseeing some famous South Australia painted silos, we were in need of a camp to pull up for the night. Famous for its scenic cliffs and beaches, we ended up stopping for a night at Port Gibbon. Though the view was spectacular, it was so windy, we spent most of the evening in the van chatting over a game of cards. We're at Moonlight Bay for tonight, maybe the next two, we'll see how we go. Moonlight Bay, which is just south of Port Lincoln, South Australia. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Probably can't get the boat in, but that's alright. We brought a snorkel today, so I might have to test that out. Maybe tomorrow morning when it's a bit warmer. I'll turn you around. Stunning beach. It's our first time we've set up our little shower tent. I don't know if you can see Eric. Usually we set up the dual cover, which is attached to the car. And it works, it's really good, like we love it, it does the job. The only thing we find a little bit annoying is when it gets even the slightest breeze, the wall just flaps against you. So if it's a little bit cold, then it really makes a difference and it's just a little bit uncomfortable. But again, it does the job for camping. Anyway, Moonlight Bay. We spent 2 nights at Moonlight Bay. Though we were keen for a good swim, there had been some recent shark attacks along the South Australian coast. So instead we put on the new mask and went for a short snorkel in the shallow reef just off the beach. After drying off, we walked a few kilometres to the end of the beach and returned to camp with our hands full of pretty shells. Moonlight Bay became our favourite camp so far on the trip, definitely a place we would love to see again. Soon it was time to pack up camp so we could head towards Pink's Beach and see the new year in. just short of 2 hours from Pink's Beach, and we were all in need of a short stop to stretch our legs. As we were travelling along the Princess Highway, we came across Pink Lake. Algae in the water produces an orange-yellow pigment called beta-carotene, which turns the water a glamorous pink. Unfortunately, when we arrived, the lake was very dry, but it still had a slight pink hue, and we were actually able to walk out on it.
We spent 2 days at Pink's Beach, soaking up some of the South Australian coastline and taking a much needed kickback after putting down some big numbers on the run back east. Making the most of our short stay, we took the boat out chasing some apparently elusive King George whiting. We actually lost the footage of this moment, but we were escorted all the way down the beach by a small pod of very inquisitive dolphins. Last night was New Year's Eve. We were sure to see the new year in and were treated with some local fireworks. As we continued the journey south, we reached Mount Gambier. The Mount Gambier region is littered with sinkholes. Some are completely full of water or even spring-fed, and some are micro-ecosystems. These sinkholes are actually formed by a combination of volcanic Mars and collapsed limestone caverns. The Blue Lake famously turns a vivid cobalt blue each summer due to its seasonal temperature-driven water chemistry changes. As the journey continued stretching further east, and the trip quickly coming to an end, not everything went to plan.
What are the boys doing, Leonie?
We're doing a rear diff again.
Is this our second one?
Yeah, we're experts. I'm on the handbrake, on, off. Off, yep. Yep.
A couple of years ago, when we did a trip together, the other GU patrol that we were touring with, which was Leonie and Liz, broke, and we ended up having to tow them like kilometres to our next campsite. Anyway, today ours went. The boys are currently trying to do some repairs. We have found another rear diff back in Mount Gambier, which is an hour and a half away. It's just where we've come from, which we can go and get tomorrow morning, but we'll see what happens, see if they can fix it enough to keep going or whatever. But this is a screw or something that came from it, and it's totally snapped off.
Can you rotate as fast as you can, and then I'm going to drop it at the same time so it's all stirred up.
Go.
Yep. Yep, stop. I reckon we might get out of this. Okay.
Yeah, I reckon.
It's hurting my shoulder.
200 metres to go. We're moving to our next campsite now. We were going to a state forest. I can't remember what the campsite was called, but after today's events we're going somewhere a little bit closer. It's only another 20 minutes away. I think everyone's a bit exhausted from the sun. Yeah, we left Mount Gambier today, went for a little swim again at the Little Blue Lake. That was really nice, refreshing. good start to the day. And then we decided we'd pull into Hamilton to have some lunch, just grab something from the bakery. As we're coming into Hamilton, we thought we hit something.
Outside of King's Bakery it was, yeah.
Yeah, which wouldn't be the first time that's happened this trip. But no, we didn't hit anything. It turned out to be the rear diff.
But we jacked up on side and couldn't turn a wheel, which said to me that there was still something jamming the crown wheel and pinion. Flushed it with diesel, filled it up with diesel as much as we could, then plugged it, and then just rocked it back and forth until it came free. And yeah, pulled out the TJM bolt, one of the bolts out of the Pro lockers. I think Molly's got it just here. And yeah, branded TJM. So yeah, ended up just flushing it out. There was no filings left, and it sounded really smooth without any oil in it as well. So sort of indicated that it didn't take too much. And I went through all the metal that came out, and it was just little edges of the teeth, but no actual teeth had come off yet. We're about 70 k's down the road now, so we haven't had any issues, no vibration. So hopefully it holds up till we get back to Sydney.
Fingers crossed.
So, repairs were not effective. We made it to just north of Melbourne on our way into the Victorian High Country.
For the last 2 nights we've camped at the Black Range State Forest, just along Project Road in Victoria. We weren't meant to come here, we were meant to go straight to Woods Point. It's only that the diff broke that we came here, but it's turned out to be such a beautiful spot. There's a really lovely little creek river that runs down to the bottom of the camp, and it's pretty decent flat area and plenty of room for both of us. The boys have spent the last 2 days fixing the diff. They pulled out the old one yesterday just to get a bit ahead of time, and then this morning they got up early, went and brought the new diff secondhand from a guy about an hour away. He's a bit of a Nissan enthusiast apparently.
Something very important to note here. For those who aren't mechanically savvy, diff centers have to be an exact matching ratio to the front diff, and the same type, etc, etc. Believe it or not, Molly found an exact match on Facebook Marketplace.
And yeah, they came back and they've just finished replacing the diff, and now they've gone for a test drive. I can hear them in the distance. It all sounds good so far, so hopefully it stays like that. But yeah, no, really lovely little spot. We're going to stay one more night, and then we'll head off to Woods Point tomorrow. We've just finished setting up at our next camp spot for the next 2 days before we start heading back to Sydney. We're at Comet Flat, which is just out of Woods Point. We've camped here before, but it was midwinter and it was freezing. Now it's middle of summer almost, and it's still almost as cold. But it's a beautiful spot, so we're going to allow it. But yeah, anyway, this is our setup. Just parked kind of out of the way, and we've let the van have the main spot so we can all fit under the awning. Right. Wow. We've been talking about Comet Flat for a while now. This is where we were meant to come before the car broke down, but anyway, we were driving in today and we kind of forgot how narrow the roads were. Yeah. So we kind of went ahead and tried to find a spot before the van came in. And yeah, we're kind of driving this real narrow road. And yeah, just totally forgot.
I was starting to get a bit worried. And yeah. I think when Mum and Dad came through, it was like, yeah, the limit. And they're pretty reckless.
Yeah, but they made it, we made it. So we'll be here for the next 2 nights, and then we'll head back home.
It's a neat little place, Woods Point.
It is.
It's really, really cool. Comes to some beef strog on fire. As our time at Comet Flats came to an end, we took the opportunity to have a quick dip and make some final preps before we packed up and headed home to Sydney. We didn't capture any footage, but pretty much the next morning we had a major clutch problem with the old GU Patrol, and we made the decision there and then that it was time to retire the big girl. And this marked the end of our trip.